on, you guys? Indiana Harley guy. I'm back at you with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed the videos I put up from North Carolina and Tennessee. I really enjoyed that Tail of the Dragon video. Let me know what you guys think of that. But before we get into today's vlog, be sure to hit that like button and click the subscribe button. I'm trying to get this channel built up as much as I can, so slowly but surely getting there. My goal is 1,000 subscribers by the end of the summer. But into today's video. So last few days I've been thinking long and hard about my brother. There he is, Zach Rudolph. It's been about 10 months now. Still seems like yesterday. I was getting his goofy phone calls, and we were into some kind of random shenanigans that may or may not have gotten us in trouble, possibly. I don't know. I've been thinking about him a lot lately, so I kind of wanted to come out here today. Brought him some flowers put up, since I wasn't able to come out here on the 4th of July. But well, I've been thinking about a lot about him lately. A lot of the stuff we did, a lot of the stuff we had planned to do, a lot of the conversations we had, the laughs, the tears, everything. It's just been really heavy on me the last couple days. So I wanted to come out here, include him in this video, and we're gonna go on a little ride that him and I have talked about taking a few times. It ain't nothing special, but it's just a quick little ride from here in Madison over into Kentucky for a little ways, and you guys are going to come along with that. And my little brother's going to be with us too, except he's going to be right here like he always is every single day. Zach, I love you and I miss you so damn much. Well, I'm going to take a couple minutes and talk to my little brother for a second, and we'll go ahead and hit this route that me and Zach had talked about taking a few times. I'm here in Bedford, Kentucky. I had to stop. Water wasn't cutting it, so I had to get a Gatorade. It is hot. Yeah, it's got to be pushing 95 degrees, but we're out here riding today, having a good time. Just had a nice little visit with my brother Zach. Y'all met him. This ride is Highway 421 coming over from Indiana all the way into Kentucky. It's a beautiful road, nothing too technical, but you guys get ready to get strapped onto the helmet and check it out for yourselves. This is a ride that me and my brother Zach we were talking about taking for a while. We never got around to doing it, so kind of doing this for him as well, and also just to get out and ride for the day as well, but mainly for him. So take another couple minutes here and we'll get on the road. All right. It is time to hit this 421 south of Kentucky, headed south out of Bedford. And I'm going to show you why this is one of the rides that me and my little brother wanted to take together. I've been on this ride a few times. It's gorgeous out there here, great riding. He never got the chance to do that. He would. I'm obviously on my 2023 Harley Davidson Road Glide. He would have been on his 2008 Suzuki Gixxer 1000. This would be a fun little road for that bike. Not the type of bike that I personally would ride, just because I can't do crotch rock. It's my back will not let me 100%. But if you had one, it'd be a fun ride. Just full of a bunch of great scenery, these beautiful sweeping curves just like this one right here. Traffic's generally not too bad through here, so you don't have to worry about that. A lot of people come out and ride this area. It's quite fun. Nice little switchback right here. Nothing too sharp, nothing too crazy, just fun. And if Zach were here right now, he'd probably be doing something kind of crazy, more than likely, and blowing by me at, you know, 80 miles an hour or some crap. But he'd like to have a good time, though. We got this little creek going down here beside us, off to the right here. You can't really see it too awful well, but it's there, I promise you. Beautiful day for a ride, but it is hot. As I mentioned before, and I apologize if you can't hear me very well, it is really hot, so I got my visor up a little bit, at least while we're out in the sun. Once we get up here to the shade, I might put it down, but whew, it's about 95 or 6 degrees, somewhere around that area, with a humidity of +10 swamp ass. So, yeah, it's hot. All right. Put this visor down, that way you can probably hear me a little bit better. Sorry about that, I just had to get some air going. It's hot inside this helmet. Ooh, the whole way here I pretty much rode with my face shield up, because it was just way too hot to be riding all this way in a closed helmet without some more ventilation going on. I had to have it. I really hope you guys enjoyed my Tail of the Dragon video I put out last week. That was a fun day. And I apologize, I never did get around to doing the Harley Skyway. We did that ride, and I don't know why, but for some reason all of the footage that I had for that ride got corrupted, so I couldn't use none of it. So I was planning on making a whole video of the Harley Skyway, but sadly, that ain't happening now because of that. Let's open this road glide up a little bit. There's some gorgeous scenery out through here. We are just across the river by about 15 miles, 20 miles on the other side of the river from Madison, Indiana, which is where we started this video. And we'll be ending this video up here. I'm not sure what town it is, but it's right where Highway 421 intersects Interstate 71. Beautiful sweeping curves. You got these rocks over here, another creek over here right off to this other side. Beautiful out through here. Not nothing too technical. Just some beautiful sweeping curves and some good views. It says 40 miles an hour around this curve. Get going a little bit quicker, but that's okay. Not nobody coming, we're doing it safely. This is probably the gnarliest curve on this route. Nothing too crazy. Fun times, fun times. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed that Tail of the Dragon video I did last week. I was scared to death I wasn't going to have enough battery life to record that whole ride from start to finish, but I barely, by the skin of my ass, had enough battery life to finish that route. I started that video literally right after I pulled out of Deals Gap and ended it right as we were getting to the lake on the north side of the Dragon. Non-stop. No edits, no cuts, no nothing. Just a bunch of twisties and turns and vehicles and motorcycles and just one great time on the Tail of the Dragon. But if you're ever in this area of Kentucky or southern Indiana, I highly recommend coming out for this route. It ain't very long, maybe just a few miles, but maybe 8 miles, 10 miles, something like that. We're coming up to about the end of it right now. And like I said, if my brother was here, he'd be blowing by me right now if he hadn't already, at 110 miles an hour like he liked to do.
He definitely had a lot more balls than I did when it come to riding motorcycles, but he was also a very, very, very good rider. He knew what he was doing. He was always really cautious. He never did anything that, you know, was going to put him in too much danger. I mean, obviously, you know, I say stuff like, you know, he'd blow by here at 110 miles an hour. Yeah, he would, but he wouldn't do it in a position where he was coming around a blind curve or something like that. He wouldn't have done that. He would have made sure that it was safe for him to do so before he did it. But we're coming up on the end of this ride right now. Like I said, this route from where I just started filming on my helmet here, back at that gas station in Bedford, Kentucky, up here to Interstate 71, I don't know exactly how far it is. I'm going to venture to guess around about 10 miles, maybe. Not very long, but it is quite beautiful and quite a fun road. I'll catch up with you guys when we get up here. Onward! All right, well, that was the ride that me and my brother were talking about taking. Like I said, I know it's not very long, but it is beautiful and worth taking the trip if you're in the area. I recommend doing it. There's plenty more around the area to ride that is beautiful, but that's just, in my opinion, that's the best section because the road is in great shape. There's no potholes, no cracks, no nothing like that. It's a beautifully paved and smooth road. It's about 10 miles long, give or take, a mile or two. But it was beautiful, and that's a ride that me and my brother were talking about doing. Here soon I'll take you on another route that me and my brother were talking about doing here in the next month or so. But Zach, I just want you to know I still think about you every day. It's been a little over 10 months and I still love you. I still miss you every single day, and there's not a day goes by that I don't think about you and all the good times that we had together. I love you and I miss you, brother, and until we see each other again. But that's going to be it for today, you guys. I appreciate it. Be sure to hit that like button and click the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, ride safe. Have a good one, y'all.